Well, this sounds like the Army all over again. Nothing worse than chickenpox.
And this time you've been separated from your wife. Have you been, that is to say, have you had any other kind of companionship?
Well, I've been a good boy, if that's what you mean, Doc, but now maybe we are getting just a little personal.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to hear about my work, don't you? All right. Could you use a little refreshment while we're talking?
As long as it's daytime size. Scotch?
A local version of it.
I thought it tasted different. Well, Doc, what's the story?
Well, Mr. Stanford, are you familiar with the latest thinking about cosmic rays and evolution?
Oh, vaguely. The rays come out of space, and every 1,000 years or so, they cause a mutation, cause some animal to give birth to a slightly different species. Is that right?
That'll do. Now you can understand what I mean when I tell you that I have a theory as to the cause of this change in species, this mutation. I believe it can be done. Not with radiation, Mr. Stanford, but chemically. I've tried a few experiments with plants and fungus.
You got any samples?
Unfortunately, nothing I can show, only theoretical records. But I don't think they make sense to you.
Well, it sounds great in scientific circles, Doc, but it's not exactly what I'd call front page stuff. Hey, you know, it's kind of stuffy in here.
It's the heat from the mountain. I use it sometimes for experiments. Will you excuse me, Mr. Stanford? I'll go down to the lab and bring you up some photos of my fungus experiments. They might prove interesting to you.
I'd appreciate that.
Robert, are you sure what you're doing is absolutely right?
Right? Don't you see him? He's perfect for it. Besides, I've changed the enzyme. It's got to work this time. A physical and a psychological change. We'll keep records on every move he makes.
That's not what I mean. Do you have the right to do this to him? After all, the others were different. They volunteered.
But Tara, he's exactly the type I need. This is for science, for human knowledge. What happens to one man doesn't make any difference. You didn't seem to care for the others, Tara.
I forgot how to care about anybody a long time ago. You ought to know that.
Good. Keep it that way.
Doc. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I just couldn't keep my eyes open.
Oh, I feel that way myself many times up here.
Seem to have collected myself a kink in the neck, too.
These are the pictures I thought you might be interested in.
Oh. Well, I'll take those back to Tokyo with me, if you don't mind, Doc.
Oh, by all means. How about one for the road?
That's not a bad idea. Might wake me up.
I'll be coming down to Tokyo very shortly. We must get together there. I could use a little vacation from my work.
Sure, that'd be fine.
Here's the morning report for you.
Thanks.
I'm forced to agree with you, Larry. Not much to this Dr. Suzuki report. I understand he's
independently wealthy, one of these wealthy crackpots.
Oh, he's not such a bad guy. He serves lousy whiskey, though. Gave me a hangover on 2 of them. As a matter of fact, he phoned up this morning, said he was coming to Tokyo. Wants to take me out on some fancy dinner or something.
Geisha party?
Who knows? Anyway, I'm just filling in time till I head for New York and Linda. This globetrotting almost broke us up.
By the way, Larry, you're going to be here a few days. I've got a report here on some smuggling going on down in Hong Kong. I wonder if you could hop a plane and go down there.
No dice, Ian. You pulled this one more story routine on me once too often. This time I'm going home. I'll tell you what you can do with that report.
What's that?
Make a paper airplane out of it and sail it out the window.
Matthews? Oh, yes. Just a moment. Larry, it's for you. New York. Can't imagine who it might be.
Okay, I'll take it over here. And how about some privacy? Put that call through here.
Oh, darling, it's wonderful to hear your voice. What? Oh, everything's all right. I just wanted to hear you.
When are you coming home, Larry?
Just a few more days, darling. Lots of paperwork and stuff. You know how it is. After that, no more traveling. We can make a real start all over again. Huh? I love you too, darling. And how do you know you love me? I might not be the same person.
I'm sure you're the same, darling. I haven't changed either. I've been thinking about you all the time. I've had a picture of you in my mind. It's a nice picture, but it's not the same as the real thing.
Well, it won't be long now, darling. I'll be thinking of you all the time. I'm going to some kind of a party tonight. I'll pretend you're along.
Well, have a good time, Larry.
Larry, as they say in Japan, kampai.
As we say in America, bottoms up. You know, Doc, I don't know which I like better. Japanese sake or Japanese geisha?
What's the difference? Plenty of both here.
No, seriously, Doc. I've never had time before to do this sort of thing. You have no idea how stuffy these political interviews and press conferences can be.
With so little time left, please, let me be your host and let me show you things you have never seen before in Japan. I've been working rather hard myself lately. Larry, I like you, and I'd like to show you more of Japan.
Doc, you've got yourself a deal. Kanpai.
Bottoms up.